Welcome everybody to the second Onward Master League cast of the night, fifth cast of the day. You have myself and my co-caster Xandria again from earlier, and we are hopping into Animal House versus Danglers, which is a Diamond versus Master. So Danglers having the statistical advantage here. They are the higher ranked team. And we have the map bans and the pick for the first map. So let's go through those.
All right, so Animal House is going to ban Tanker, and Danglers is banning Downfall. And I find both of these choices fairly interesting, as it's sort of a middle of the road performance for both teams. So I'm not sure exactly what they're going for, but there they are.
Yeah, I think that the Animal House has fallen prey to the, the urban legend that Danglers are better at Tanker. I don't know if that's still true. I think that was a thing maybe 2 seasons ago, but people keep banning it. So, I mean, how do you keep getting good at something if you never actually play it against people? And then we have our first map. Map number 1 today is going to be Quarantine. It's going to be a nice long-range map for both these teams. Not necessarily a strong map for either team, but also a good middle of the road. I mean, I think these teams are, or at least were, pretty well balanced in terms of play styles, but now there have been some roster changes on both sides. So let's take a look at the match page and we'll go over the rosters. So on the Animal House side, we have Green Theft Auto, Steven, Will-O-Wisp, Boxtoys, and then new pickups, Dr. Sean, Enigma, and then F. Lipinski and Wicked Hex, which were also on the team last season. So the 3 newest members being Enigma, Dr. Sean, and Wicked Hex. And then on the Danglers side, the same lineup as far as I'm aware. Expediter, Llewellyn, Mexecutioner, Nintendo, Rybo, Cleanus, and Stumpy. Kitten Mittens is the new pickup for that. He came from Legionnaires in the off-season, and he is their newest member. So yeah, not a whole lot of changes on the Dangler side. 1 pickup, but no losses as far as I'm aware.
And it looks like the lobby's filling up pretty quick here. It shouldn't be too long.
Yeah, and it does look like we are going to see Kitten Mittens get to play for Danglers. I don't know if he's played in a casted match yet. I cannot remember. Can't remember when his cooldown ended. But yeah, I'm expecting a lot of fast, aggressive action. I don't know. With Animal House losing Silent Night, and who else did they lose? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Just Silent Night. So I don't know how much that's going to play into their play style, but we'll see in a second, hopefully. Everyone is in the lobby, so the lineups for today are Green Theft Auto, F. Lipinski, Willow, Box Toys, and Steven on Animal House's side, which is a pretty standard starting lineup. And then Danglers have Rybo, Executioner, Kitten Mitten, Stumpy Nub, and Nintendo. And to kick things off on quarantine, we are going to start at the ambulance objective. It's a pretty open objective. A couple of approaches. I know they've added some terrain leveling and additions that allow you to peek up behind the walls. There's a lot more prone areas where you can go prone and be covered, and it's just all around. There's been lots of changes to quarantine, so this season has been very entertaining. I mean, we're seeing all kinds of new lines and, you know, people figuring out what is and isn't penetrable and things like that. Have you played much of this map yet, Xandria?
A good bit. Yeah, I know the one thing about this objective that sticks out to me is the fact that there's like one line of defense where if you cover that line along the side of that building, there's nowhere to that they can cap from that you can't see.
Yeah, that is right. They have to come around the corner and cap. Although, I don't know. I thought I saw someone try and go for a prone cap before, and I don't know if it works, but there is this, like, mound on both sides of the objective, so I don't know if they can, like, creep in there. It's also, like, you know, you said you want to keep your eyes on that side, but if you're watching that side, there's not a lot of good positions to take up to cover just that side and not be exposed, you know?
That is true.
But Danglers are going to be on the defense first, so maybe we're not even going to see a defense. Maybe we're going to see an offense from Danglers, you know? Maybe they want to get aggressive and take down Animal House, show them who's boss right out of the gate.
It definitely is a good way to demoralize the team, no doubt.
I see Enigma in chat, so he is cheering on his favorite team, his current team, at least, Animal House. And I'm going to post up the multi-stream for all the channels that are going right now, which I believe are all 3 of them.
Should be all 3.
Let's see if I have that link. I think it's this one. Here we go. Yep, that's going in chat. I will post that in the Discord as well.
On Onward Master League 1, we have Ember versus Lords of War, then Animal House versus Danglers here on OML 2, and Mob Squad versus Space Force over on OML 3.
Yep, so pick your poison. I mean, you've got 3 good games to watch. You can tune into all 3 via the multi-stream, or you can just watch one. So whatever you want to do. But it's a good way to end the night, watching some top tier teams and some very close matches, hopefully duke it out on all 3 of the Onward Master League channels.
Looks like Danglers is still down 1 member.
And I would like to give a shout out to our sponsors, ProTube VR and VR Cover, to get all your Onward accessories for playing VR Cover, making your headset fit better. You get smaller ones and increases your field of view, I believe. And then the ProTube, making everyone around a better shot because stability. Although the Danglers do opt for the Dangler tube, so that is a thing.
Do we know when VR cover is going to support the index?
I do not. That is a good question. I haven't heard anything about it yet. Although, to be fair, I like the index cover. It's pretty nice.
It's nice, but I consider it a comfort cover. I would like something a little more sporty.
I feel like out of the 3 headsets I own, the index has the most comfortable headset or
yeah.
cover.
I mean, it feels like you have a pillow strapped to your face. But if you play Beat Saber, it gets a little soggy. So there is that.
Have you done the fan mod?
Wait, what fan mod?
To put fans on using the frunk, you put a fan and it sucks air out or blows air in. I can't remember which way it works. Basically, the little baby fans. I can't even remember what size they are. They're smaller than 80s. They're like
Probably
20s or 40s.
Yeah.
And they cram them. There's a couple of 3D printed versions. There's ones that just put them into the frunk. Then there's some others that like mount them outside, blowing into the front of the headset.
And then it dries your eyeballs out.
Personally, don't think the headset's that hot, especially compared to the Rift. The Rift seemed real hot.
Yeah, I don't even think the headset being hot or not is an issue. It's just, Beat Saber.
That is true. But we're not playing Beat Saber. We're playing Onward, and I do tend to sweat when I play Onward. It's a very nerve-wracking game when you're playing at these top-tier levels.
Oh, here we go.
There we go. Nintendo showed up in the lobby, and we are kicking it off. Round 1, map 1. Animal House spawning behind the roof. Are they gonna get peeky and try and pick off some danglers as they cross the street here? Nintendo actually not crossing the street, taking up... Oh, there he goes. Never mind, I lied. He did the smart play, though. He took up position at the blue car and waited a little bit before he crossed the rest of the way. Then Animal House has a 2-1-2 split. They've got 1 behind the roof, 2 going west and 2 going east.
I find Danglers doubling up on the South Plane Wing kind of interesting. I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, that is a different approach. I mean, for this objective, though, like, you want everyone close, right? You don't want to be off objective because, I mean, there's nowhere around objective that's really good to defend, though. So, like, doubling up on the plane wing's probably actually your safest bet. Lipinski and Willow over here on the motel side, and let's see if I can pick the right camera. Nope. There we go. Still no. There we go. All 3 members, the other 3 members, sorry, Green Theft, Steven, and Box Toys pushing up the west approach. They're going very slowly for an offense that really doesn't have to deal with anyone until, I don't know, like, the Volk twins. I mean, they don't know that for sure. They've got to clear all these corners, but they're going to blow through a lot of time, and Danglers, in very non-danglery fashion, are being reserved. I mean, I guess that's the right word. They're sitting back on objective. Got 1 on objective, 2 on the plane wing, 1 hanging out on the southwest corner of objective area, or the south cross area, and 1 hanging out on the southeast side. So positions. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say that they're definitely kind of waiting for that last minute of the approach. Instead of getting out and getting overextended, just let them come to them.
Yeah, I mean, even the guy on the southeast side is he's not looking out into the map. He's covering the corner to the southeast wireframe, but he's not looking at the glass building. He's not looking across the south street at that center where the the two Animal House members are. He's just waiting for them to cross his line of sight. Not gonna lie, I think this is actually the slowest we have seen these two teams play.
I'm starting to think maybe I'm a curse of the slow play.
I wouldn't say it's a curse. I mean, I'm definitely expecting good action here. Slow is not always bad. A good setup makes for good plays. Now we've got one member of Animal House in the roof courtyard, so back to a 2-1-2 split from a 3-2 split. But they're just having to clear all of these buildings.
2 minutes left. We gotta get in there.
I mean, you definitely don't know, right? They could just be... The Danglers could have pushed all the way up to center burning or something, and they could just be sitting in there hiding, waiting. I mean, the same thing that they're doing now, just in different spots. So you'd never know where they're going to be. Green Theft. Lots of accidental discharges right there.
That was a controller malfunction.
Nintendo picking up Willow as he tries to cross. Lipinski making it into the building, though. That body at? Lipinski now looking for him. Lipinski is the dangerous sniper. Free hand, bolt action, quick shot. It's very impressive to watch him do what he does. Now he's rotating back away to get as far away as possible to make this cross. But Nintendo is behind that rock and really has no reason to look out again.
Now with just over a minute left, I think everything's going to happen here really quickly.
I agree. Green called out the time. A nade coming out and air bursting right on top of Green. Confirmation nade, but I don't know if that one's going to get... Oh, yep, it's going to get him. There it goes. It got redirected by those power lines. Steven coming on the south side, and Boxer's coming on the north side. Steven takes down Kitten Mittens. Executioner takes down Steven. Nintendo gets Lipinski. Boxer is going for objective. 20 seconds left. Rybo takes him out, and Danglers take the first point. 5 men standing.
With 9 seconds remaining? Is that correct?
Something like that. Devs, if you're listening, I would prefer the old way where the timer didn't go to 0 after the round ended, so we could tell how much time was left. That'd be great. But yeah, I don't know. I think they wasted a little bit of time, more time than they anticipated probably. And then with Green going down in the tank courtyard without ever getting any shots off, I think the accidental discharges kind of gave his position away, and then the people on the wings moved closer to objective and just lobbed nades out towards him. I don't know if they knew he was there.
I was right on top of him when that happened, and I think that was an index learning curve low.
The index learning curve is real. Let me tell you. It took me 4 days before I was not spawning with stuff already on the ground.
Right.
So now we're gonna see what Animal House can do on the defense here. Danglers defense very strong. Not a common defense though. Is Animal House gonna try and do the same thing, or are they gonna extend a little bit more like most teams do? That is the question. Round number 2, map 1.
Getting those mirrored spawns.
I think Green's gonna try and cross this south street. or South Middle Street, I guess. I don't really know, because you call the streets north and south, so what do you call the street that's coming south?
I don't know.
Green getting shots. He has to heal. Oh, man, just a little slow on the shots. They could have taken one out and cleared their east approach.
One cross towards motel.
Penske watching that tow truck area. The very, very tight angle.
Yeah, Danglers is definitely playing much more aggressively this round than Animal House did last round.
Sweet baby Jesus. Green Theft's position. I don't know if you've seen it, but that is the most excellent angle, according to Bill and Ted.
It's going to be very effective here, I believe.
Oh,
except for that grenade.
Umpy taking him down.
Now, what was that about an effective angle?
I mean, if he had stayed in it. Executioner getting Willow. All 5 Danglers still up. Nintendo looking right at objective, as well as Stumpy Nub. They're just pinned eyes on that little crack. Crossing the street now. Smoke's coming out, but little late. Oh, Nintendo nailing Lipinski. Boxtoys gets the res onto Willow, but Executioner ends up taking him right back down. 2 members of Animal House left. 2.5, actually. Still 2.5 members. Now 2. And the Danglers are coming around the south side. Stumpy and Nintendo just rushing objective. A nade takes down. Wow, wait. I didn't even see that nade go out. But Danglers taking the second point in a very aggressive fashion. So far, Animal House has only killed 1 Dangler.
That's not good.
That does not bode well. Noman's yelling at me in the chat.
What's he telling you?
Telling me my camera work is terrible. Guess I should clean out my... Oh shit. Sorry. I dropped my trackball ball. I cannot work now. The cons of having a trackball.
Better work that one out.
Gotta get it. Had to clean it out. Alright, here we go. We are still waiting on these teams to ready up. They are definitely using all of their time on this planning, which for Danglers seems uncommon. And I guess that's the word. I don't think I've ever seen Danglers take more than 30 seconds to start a round. I feel like Animal House is pretty fly by the seat of your pants too, so what do we know? Round 3, map 1, here we go. Danglers having the north objective to defend, and Animal House spawning in the southeast.
Yeah, so they have a long ways to move to get to the objective. And I just heard a call that they were all going to go to the east.
All Animal House?
Yes. He said, I'm all going this way.
I mean, I think it's a good approach. But Tendo is looking that direction. He's looking through those, what do you call them? The tow trucks. They used to be cement trucks, but he's looking through them towards the glass building. And Stumpy is just kind of hanging out on the side of this building here, waiting for someone to come through the northeast approach. They did send 2 people to the west approach, which is... It's a lot. I feel like that's a lot of... not utility. What do you call it? Just they're using a lot of people. A lot of resources. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, people. If you can help me out in chat, that'd be fantastic. But they sent 2 people over to the west, which no one is at. So they're going to have to call those people back, or at least one of them back. I know you can get some good shots from the west, but that's only if you're looking towards the east. And if you're over on the west, you're normally not watching the opposite approach.
Yeah, they're not really overextended, so they'll definitely be able to redirect their fire in a very short order.
Animal House getting ready to cross that northeast opening now. Let's see, turn on the lasers real quick. No one is looking at them, so they should be able to cross relatively safely.
We have a 2-man prone approach over here on the near the armored personnel, or the armored money trucks.
But they're not crossing it. They're coming directly at it, which seems weird. I would have thought that they would have just tried to prone all the way to the north. Animal House definitely taking their time. They do have a sniper there in the northeast now. Nintendo picking up Green Theft. As he came up on the roof. Good shots from him. Smoke's coming out, giving that position away. Probably not something I would have done when you had 4 players over there unseen.
Right.
Definitely drawing a lot of attention to you.
And that's a lot of smoke. That's definitely letting them know that there's more than one person there.
That is a good point. Counting how many smokes you see gives you a good idea on how many players are over there. They are still managing to make this cross. I mean, they have guns trained on them, but they are managing to get across in the smoke. But it sounds like the smoke is about to dissipate. And there's one still out in the middle. And he goes down. Steven takes a couple bullets to the head. Stumpy Nub taking down Willow. No one making that cross. Stumpy's rushing the corner. Missing box doors. Throwing a C4. Insta-kill box doors. And now it's all up to Lipinski.
He's clear down here by the overpass in the north.
Stumpy now going on the hunt.
Now, I do know for a fact that Lipinski is a strong sniper. But I don't know that it's going to be strong enough in this scenario.
I mean, you've got to be watching 2 angles at this point. Stumpy sees him. That was some weird tracking right there. Stumpy's looking for him. He can't get over this berm. Sees him. He doesn't get the shots off. Lipinski is very trapped right now. There is no way.
Around.
I mean, there's no way out of here that he doesn't have to go past the Dangler. And now Tendo's coming in and pushing up on him too. They know he's a sniper. Does somebody have a knife out?
Lipinski.
Nade into the smoke a little too far. Kitten Mitten's downing Stumpy. But Nintendo finding Lipinski and getting the kill. Danglers up 3-0. I don't know what Kitten Mittens was shooting at. He definitely took out. I really wanted to see Stumpy get a knife kill there. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, knife kills are always satisfying to watch.
Knife kill on a sniper. That would have been very entertaining.
So do you think Animal House is going to be able to pull around on this defensive round and maybe put a point on the board?
I hate to say it, but I do not think that Animal House has the defense on this north objective to stop Danglers.
Yeah.
I think they're going to get rushed real hard from probably two fronts. I mean, like a 3-2 split that just comes barreling in, covering each other. And, you know, if someone goes down, they just keep... I don't see Danglers stopping, right? They're on a roll, and they just keep running with it.
Do you think they're going to play really slow and then really fast, or do you think they're just going to rush it?
I'd say they're going to rush it.
Okay.
Here we go. Round number 4. Danglers with 3 unanswered points on the first map. Spawning in the southeast, which gives them a lot of leeway. They can get all the way up to the center, that center east wireframe without being seen. And really, when you spawn, when you're on this roof objective and you don't know where they're at, you've got to send people all directions, right? You've got to cover your east, your west. So you can't have a good, strong set defense until you figure out the spawn. And the longer they take to do that, the less effective their rotations are going to be. And Danglers are just moving up here. I mean, they're already almost in roof courtyard. And I don't think anyone has eyes on them yet. I guess, what would you do? Would you send someone, so you're at this north one and you don't see somebody like right off the bat. Would you send someone out to go look and possibly get shot? Or would you just hang tight and let them come to you?
I think hang tight and let them come.
Executioner trying to get these shots underneath this armored car. Green tossing a nade. Going a little far and rotating away. Oh, Stumpy Executioner, sorry, gets him. He was getting ready to put his gun down, but he brought it back up just in time. Kitten Mittens watching the north wall. Stumpy and Rybo. Stumpy getting Lipinski on objective. Boxtoy is right there on the roof. Is he going to be able to hold off? No, he is not. Oh, that nade's so close. They know he's there. Rybo's looking for him. He's on the wing. Boxtoys has no idea that Rybo's here. Kitten Mittens going for it. He's at tank now. Willow takes down Executioner. Kitten Mittens running for it. Boxtoys takes him down. Rybo picks up Boxtoys on the roof, and now the roof is clear. The last 2 members of Animal House are one on objective and one in the west. Nade coming out. Not an effective flash.
For that one in the west.
I'm not sure. Did the one in the west shoot, or are they just assuming that there's one there? That's
they're just
Steven. I
assuming.
don't think he's gotten anyone. But at this point, he can't rotate out. He has to just hang out and try and get shots while they cross. If Rybo takes a little peek up at this white car, he has a clear line of sight on Willow. As soon as he knows that this wireframe is not a threat, if there's not someone up on that second floor, I think he's going to turn. Maybe not.
I mean, yeah, you can make him out. Okay, I was going to say.
One in the northwest side 3.
Rybo did see him and call him out. Rybo gets flashed. That crazed fire, and he gets him!
Crazed.
Stumpy downs Willow, and Danglers take the first map in 4 unanswered points. Man, that blind fire after being blinded and still downing him.
I mean, at that point, you have nothing to lose, really. You know he's there. You know he's going to come around the corner.
That is true.
You know, you kind of have that sense of like, you know where the corner is, so just point your gun in that direction and lay on the trigger.
Yeah, it's definitely about that map knowledge and knowing, like, when you're flashed, what you were looking at, so you could kind of aim without seeing. I mean, you don't need to see. And for our next map, we have Argo. Now, I'm going to say this, and it might curse us, but I don't think there's any way possible that these teams do not play this super aggressive. I expect this whole series, this whole map right here to take like 15 minutes max.
I don't know. I feel like, you know, I've never played these teams. I haven't played much with them in lobbies, but their style is definitely play slow and then play fast.
I don't necessarily think that Danglers is play slow then play fast. I think it's play slow until contact and then it's just go, right? I think that's their plan. They get as far as they can without having to shoot at someone, and then once they shoot, they just rush and use that overwhelming force. And we do not have any roster changes here. Same lineups on both sides. Danglers on offense first. And we have the triangle objective, or whatever you call it. I don't know why people call it the triangle objective.
I still say it's more of a triangle than a square.
Is it though? Is
Yeah,
it?
it's like an equilateral triangle. That stack of 3 boxes kind of like makes one side, and then the blue and the red with the white on top makes the other 2.
Maybe. Here we go. Round 1, map 2.
Hey guys, I'll probably die where I am. You know, so be ready. Well, I don't want to, but it's a good trade-off for 3 kills.
Lots of pre-fired. Danglers not stopping moving, just rushing up. Willow getting in the most forward position here. Shooting through the crack, not picking up anybody. Whoa! Green picking up Willow. Boxtoy's going to get the res. Kitten Mittens taking 2 of them down. Executioner downing Tendo. Steven getting Kitten Mittens. Lipinski going down to Rybo, and it's all up to Green. Nope, there's 2 of them. Green and Steven still alive.
That was a lot.
Steven having no chance against Stumpy Nub. Tendo flashing himself. Probably the worst flash I've ever seen. The smoke sound cover. I think they're going to rush him. I mean, I don't think he can shoot all 4 of them. Stumpy comes running up. Stumpy goes down. Rybo trading with Green and finishing the first round. Danglers up 1 point on the second map. This is not, I mean, this whole series is not boding well for Animal House, right? You have to, I mean, even if they had lost like 4-1 on quarantine, you at least took a point, right? That at this point, it's 5 unanswered points, and you're gonna get a little tilted, I think.
For sure. It's a little bit demoralizing.
Now, granted, there weren't any caps, so that's less demoralizing. But, I mean, I don't know if I could stay positive after losing 5 rounds.
It would definitely be hard.
But they do have Steven, and I mean, I don't actually see Animal House getting down on themselves. I just see them playing not to their not to their potential, but to their play style. I feel like they're going to be trying too hard to get around and making mistakes.
Time will tell.
It will, and we're going to hop into round number 2 on map number 2. Danglers definitely not feeling down on themselves. Just a little bit of whistling coming out. Nintendo putting some pre-fire, sorry, not blind fire. He was definitely aiming down on the east. Nope, that's the west side. Rybo and Mex both looking at that cross on the east, though, trying to make sure no one gets around them. Stumpy maybe going to redirect that smoke. Nope, he's gonna throw a nade at him. The nades are coming out now. One taking down Box Toys, a second one missing, another one taking down Steven. Lipinski taking down Stumpy. Rybo. Nope, that one. I already heard that one. 3 on 4. Green really close. Rybo rushing up onto objective. Green and Rybo trading on objective in the smoke. Kitten Mittens. Knifing him. Willow downing Executioner in the back. Kitten picking him up. Lipinski getting the win. I don't know what Nintendo did. He was running right at him and then he bailed. I don't know if you couldn't tell if he was in the smoke. I know the smoke looks a little different on the spectate screen than it does in game, so we can clearly see the people, and I think that they are much less visible on the actual game. But there's Animal House's first point. Maybe they can ride that.
Definitely want to ride the momentum while you can. I mean, right off the bat, they lose 2 members to grenades. That's difficult to come back from. And they were able to just push ahead and take the point.
I mean, that's kind of to be expected on Cargo, right? I've never seen a round on Cargo where somebody doesn't die to a nade. Personally, I would like to see all nades banned from Cargo. And we just play it with guns. It'd be awesome.
No.
At least frags. Because, I mean, if you get an air burst, like, you could do a lot of damage in with a decent air burst. You could technically even hit someone on, like, both sides of a container if you got it up high enough from the burst.
We're not taking away the grenades. Anyway.
I mean, the 15-second rule, we're hopping into round number 3. The 15-second rule is to keep people from getting spawn kills. But at this point, like, people just move up and then the nades come out and it's just as bad. If you actually got a spawn kill in a comp lobby, it would actually reset the round and you wouldn't get the point. So, spawn kills aren't bad. Green looking for that guy crossing to the tunnel, but he missed him. He's already in the tunnel.
They're already at middle.
Nice nade coming out, not getting where he needed it to get. Lipinski holding this front line angle right in the center. Willow moved up way far. That nade down in green. Stumpy also picking up Lipinski. Nintendo downing Willow, and it is 3 members up. And they barely get away with that res. Box Toys goes down to Executioner. More nades coming out. Ooh, very, very close. Steven getting down by Mex as well. Green Theft, last man standing. Takes down Kitten Mittens. Rotates. Rybo and Stumpy both typing in the code. Green comes in the corner and takes them both out. Nintendo picks him up though. And Danglers take a second point. I love the flare at the end.
Wow. At least they didn't get the cap.
Yeah, they had 2 on objective capping. I mean, I thought that he didn't see the second one for a second. He killed the one, and I thought he was just going to run away at that point. Danglers are putting up stronger defense on cargo. At least to me, it seems like this is stronger than their quarantine defense.
So one thing I'm observing too, the difference between this level of play and say a lower level of play is the effective use of utility. I see so much more effective use of utility in this game than I did the game earlier today.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with the practice. I mean, these teams have thousands of hours per player in the game. And I know, I just joined SMC this season, and I have the lowest number of hours on that team. And the other guys, when they throw nades, man, they go exactly where they want them to go. When I throw a nade, there's a 50% chance I'll kill myself. So
yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
there is a huge difference in skill and the practice that it takes to throw those grenades. Round number 4, map 2. Smoke's coming out to cover across. Pre-fire gonna come out. Yes, there it is. Stumpy getting box doors really early. Tendo back in his same spot, up in that smoke. Willow coming around the corner. Stumpy missing him on that crack, but Willow is very, very forward, and the rest of his team is not there to support him. Stumpy does seem a little confused that someone got past him, and now he doesn't know where to look. Green also moving up. Green runs right past Stumpy. He doesn't see him. Oh, he gets him finally. Stumpy loving a long nade. Wow, the callouts and the map awareness on these teams, right? Like, I wouldn't have known that someone was right there and I'm gonna throw a nade. Stumpy now looking for Willow. Hearing him rotate around. Executioner finding him. Last 2 members of Animal House in that smoke. All 5 members of Danglers still up. Not looking good. This is a hard cross when you've got someone back there on the back left side. Stumpy is just in the smoke. Lipinski takes down Rybo. Stumpy is just creeping his way up. He's trying to get this kill. Steven's looking for him. Steven's going to find him in the back here. Steven takes down Stumpy. Saves Lipinski's life. Nintendo still in front of their push. Or behind their push. I guess he's behind enemy lines at this point. 3 members of Danglers up. 2 members of Animal House. But Lipinski is basically trapped in that yellow room.
Yeah, once you go in there, it's really tough to get back out if you don't have any smoke.
Kitten Mittens looks like he sees him. I mean, he's looking right. He's got the laser. Maybe not. They got 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Kitten Mittens gonna peek out and go down, but he trades. He gets Lipinski. Steven not gonna be able to get that res. I highly doubt that the res is gonna come out here.
Yeah, he still has Nintendo. I don't even know if he's aware that he's there.
I don't think Nintendo has shot at all this round, so I am going to assume he does not know he's there.
Now, Lipinski could be seeing him and relaying that info, though.
That is a good point. I did not think about that. The long shots from... Nope, Nintendo got it. Never mind. And the confirmation.
Take me.
Nope, doesn't finish him off. Danglers now up 3-1 on map number 2.
So if they take this next point, they take the series.
And then we think we're gonna see Bazaar. At least I think we are.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why are you throwing this Wii stuff out there?
I mean, what do you think we're gonna see after this?
Don't know. After cargo and
I would say if Snow Peak was in rotation right now, I would expect to see it as the third map.
is that more hopeful thinking?
I want Snow Peak back. I love Snow Peak. It's a great
I
map.
don't.
I can't wait to see what they do with it. I mean, all the changes on Quarantine and Downfall, like the terrain changes and the slight adjustments that make the maps much more balanced. And I cannot wait to see what they've done with Abandon, Snow Peak, and the new Turbine map. I am super hopeful for getting into the league.
What's this turbine map?
The new map. With the elevator. Have you not been reading the sit reps?
Apparently not that part.
Round number 5 on map 2. All 4 members rushing up on this offense, going direct to the center. Nade's coming out now. That one a little too far. This one gonna be good. Nope, missing as well. Smoke's coming out now. Oh, another frag, a little short. Mex and Steven trading. Stumpy finishing him off. Kitten Mittens is in danger. Green Theft is just watching him. Well, it's watching for that cross. Rybo coming up behind. Box Toys getting down. Nintendo coming to get the res out. Oops. Flew into something. Willow in the back there looking for Rybo. There he goes. Rybo's down. 3 Danglers up, 3 Animal House up. A nade coming out from Nintendo. Way too far. Stumpy looking for him, but Willow's going to find him first, I think. No, Stumpy finds him. Green takes down Kitten Mittens. Smoke's coming out. Look at that perfect placement. Lipinski's going to... Nope, he's not going to redirect it. Yes, he is. He's taking it and running with it. Nintendo trying to shoot through that through the that gate there, grating or whatever you want to call it. Does not go through both sides, folks. If you shoot through it, you can't go through both sides, but you can go through one. Lipinski picking up Nintendo. Stumpy trying to find Green. Stumpy's now got the dangerous part of peeking because his feet are visible before he can see around these. And Animal House take another point. They are not going down without a fight.
No, they are not.
So speaking of the good use of utility that you were talking about earlier, what I'm seeing now, especially in that last round, was basically anytime someone shot at you or at a teammate, a nade came out in the direction of the fire. So if you shoot and don't rotate immediately, there's like a strong possibility that a nade is going to land on your head or near you. And sometimes it's just hard to rotate, right? I mean, you shoot and you like, you know you didn't get the guy, but you can't leave where you're at. A lot of between round planning for a tiny map. There are only so many ways you can approach this objective.
Oh, we're gonna do the smoke and creep.
Yep.
Here we go, round number 6. Map number 2. They're throwing a lot of early smokes, trying to get coverage, and they are just going to run for it, it sounds like.
Definitely does seem like what they're setting up for.
A lot of these smokes look pretty decent, but there is a big gap crossing to this blue container. And Executioner and Ribo downing 2 members. Stumpy also getting green theft. Steven's going to go for it. He checks the backside. Backside's clear. He's now behind the container. He had his chance, and he missed it. Stumpy now crossing. Steven's looking for him. Lipinski's there as well. Steven's looking for him. He misses Stumpy. Kitten Mittens downing Mex in the back. The res coming out. A C4 coming out from Stumpy. Steven going down. There's only one member of Animal House left. And he's on the opposite side of the map. Going through the tunnel. Can Willow...
Stumpy rotation was vital to their success. They would have lost the round right there.
Willow shooting through the opening in the side of the tunnel and taking down, I believe, Executioner. Some heavy breathing on Willow's part.
After all that chaos, now it's calm. Danglers in a pretty good spot. They have 2 members up with only 1 on Animal House. They have a nice 90-degree spread watching the objective.
Yeah, I think that Willow would have had a better chance actually coming out of the tunnel after letting some time go by. I don't think that this approach... I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to see what he does after the mid line. Because if he goes between the blue crate and the building, he's going to be too exposed to both of them at once. I don't think he'll be able to resist the refrag.
Stumpy just shooting. Stumpy and Kitten Mittens. I think he's just trying to spook him. If he's in any of those containers, trying to get him to run, and so Kitten Mittens can hear him.
Looks like he's trying to get really low to the ground and get underneath the door of that container.
He's trying.
No.
Hitting Mittens finding him. And Danglers taking the last point on the map.
And therefore the series, correct?
Correct. That is the series. And now, for our final map, we have Suburbia. Believe that this is an Animal House strong suit, so maybe we'll see some points get taken back to kind of minimize that MMR blow.
Right now we're at 8-2, correct? My count's right.
Yes. So even if they took all 4 rounds here, or even 5, which is possible, they're still not going to come out even. But Danglers is also the higher ranked team, so it probably wouldn't hurt as much if they got closer to the scoreline. Now, me and Noman were talking the other day about what sequence of objectives you want on this map. And we're starting off with the North Red Car objective, the northeast one. And I think that if both of the north objectives come up back to back, that... okay, if Danglers take the offensive round on the red car, I'm going to assume that they're also going to be able to take the offensive round on the white car on the North Road.
Yeah, I definitely hate it when I get either of the 2 north objectives last when I'm on offense. It just feels like it's so hard to win an offensive round on the north objectives.
I don't like him on defense. The Danglers lineup is the same, but it doesn't look like we have all of Animal House in here yet, so they might be swapping out a player. I think that, I don't know if Wicked is available, but I think that this is one of Wicked's preferred maps. And don't forget, there is still action going on Onward Master League 3? Question mark? I believe 3.
Yeah, I would assume safely on 3. Would there be on 1?
It looks like that one is done.
Okay. Yeah, anybody watching at home, maybe you could drop into OML 3 and let us know over here how they're doing.
And which game is that again? That is Mob Squad versus Space Force.
That is correct.
That is a silver versus gold matchup. And those two teams have played twice before, and Space Force has taken both of them with 12 points. So maybe tonight's the upset. I don't know. Let us know in chat if Mob Squad versus Space Force is looking to go the way of Mob Squad. Speaking of past history, going back to the Danglers versus Animal House match, Danglers have won the last 4 matchups against Animal House.
Oh, wow.
The closest score line being 9 to 4. Nope, 9 to 14. That's a 5-point spread. 6 to 11, also a 5-point spread. So, either one of those.
I'm starting to feel like they're taking a long time getting ready.
Yeah, they are. I think I'm going to kick us over to an intermission real quick while we find out if there are tech issues happening. We will be right back. All right, here we go. Round number 1, map 3. Danglers have taken the series, but Animal House can minimize that MMR hit. Steal back a little bit of that MMR juice. The lineups are the same. Rybo with the free fire taking down Lipinski. Now, you really don't see pre-fire from these high-level teams very often because you don't really expect someone to go on that side of the house. Steven looking for Stumpy or somebody in this playground area, but Stumpy's low. And the most forward defender is Smoke coming out.
And is Steven going to be ready for Stumpy coming around this corner? Oh, he decides not to go around that way.
Nade coming out to carport. Nope, a little off where he wanted it. Four Danglers on the North Road and one just south. Stumpy trading with Steven. Both down, calling for reses. I think Rybo's telling him, or Stumpy's telling him to go confirm him first.
He's just called out Rybo's position, so Box Toys should be aware of him.
I mean, if Rybo just gets low, he can walk right up to Stumpy. don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if they're if Stumpy's telling him to come res him or not. Nice long-range smoke onto Kitten Mittens, who was just standing there in the lane. One tosses that smoke back out of the way. Willow comes running around the corner. Kitten Mittens sees him, misses. And I fly through a tree while I'm announcing it. A flash coming out definitely caught him. Willow just blind firing in the fence. Kitten Mittens peeking up, taking him down. Looking for green now. Box Toy's getting Stumpy, getting the confirmation on that body. Ooh, Kittenmans with the quick duck. I think he was out of ammo. Oh, and Kitten Mittens goes down to a headshot. Green takes him out. Now Mex needs to watch that side. He throws a nade, little short. Box Toy is right there. He can see the objective. He can almost taste it. And both members of the defense, well, now Rybo turns around as I say that, but both of them were watching the outside lanes, and so Box Toys could just kind of walk right to the objective. He could at least get an easy pick on Rybo, right? If Rybo's looking the other way, Mex can't see Box Toys when he comes out to shoot him.
We still have Nintendo here in this northeast.
I forgot about Nintendo. Yeah, that kind of puts the kibosh on Box Toys' approach out that fence. Where'd he go? Where is he running to? Looking, he's rotating.
Yeah, he's going to clear the other end of the map.
We got a minute 40 left. What is Animal House going to do? Box Toy's looking through the bushes on lane 1. Or 4, sorry. Green's just gonna sneak up here. Comes around the corner firing, doesn't get Mex. Mex fires Nintendo, picking him up on his retreat. And Rybo picking up Box Toys, missed it. And Danglers taking the first point on map 3. Animal House definitely using their time to their advantage, using as much as possible, trying to get into good positions, but just not making it. I don't know if that early pick there kind of screwed up their, like, I don't know if that person was the linchpin of their plan or whatever, and they just like lost it, and then they couldn't recover, you know, or right. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like they had a little bit of a forward defense that kind of threw a monkey wrench in the whole bit.
Yeah, with Stumpy being up behind those sandbags in the playground, that kind of shuts down anything going from carport towards the school bus. I mean, he doesn't even have to stop him. He could let him go, but they would know exactly where they were.
We're into round 2.
The thing is, someone could just stand on the other side of that building to see if he's there. there, and then it's like, yeah,
No, what do you guys think about me standing right here? No. That's where I go. I go here in 4. Right on 4.
Can you go to the porch, Wicked?
It's such a common spot. It's such a common spot, though, but yeah.
Free fire coming out from Danglers. Animal House still trying to figure out where they're going to go, trying to find uncommon spots because common spots get you killed. The smoke's coming out. They're trying to make them nervous with that smoke and then come around both sides. Willow picking up Ribo. Nintendo picking up Willow. Steven down Stumpy with a nade. Executioner's coming across the street now.
Wicked Hex here on lane 4. Are you hitting Nintendo?
Executioner getting Steven. Trying to make it across, but Green picks him up. Kitten Mittens downing Steven. Green taking down Mex, and Wicked taking down Kitten Mittens. There is one member left. Stumpy Nub getting confirmed. One Dangler left. Nintendo against 3 members of Animal House. And the smokes are going away now. Wicked looks like he hears him. And the trade comes out. Animal House takes the point.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to analyze what exactly happened there. I'm a little bit baffled. Do you want to help me out a little bit?
On the approach, I think that they were kind of banking on Stumpy. So there was a pick through the fence line behind all that smoke right across Red Car. And then Stumpy was prone or crouched in the smoke and a nade caught him. So that was 2 of their like center pushes down. Then the guy on lane 1 got a pick, but then couldn't make it all the way across the street without getting picked himself. I don't remember where the other guy went down. And I don't know where Kitten Mittens died. And then the last one on the corner, when you have 3 up, you can go for a trade, right? So I just think it might have been partially some check nades that, you know, were thrown not knowing someone was there, but just to make sure no one pushed through there. But you never know. We're going on to round number 3 now.
Tank objective. I feel like this is a whole different animal than the northern objectives.
Absolutely, yeah. All the south objectives are way different, and each one is different in its own right. Like both the north objectives, you have relatively the same defense, but for all of these south objectives, you get a different spread per objective. Stumpy running straight up lane 3. He's going. He takes down Willow. Green already making it past him, though. Nintendo in the playground trying to get up and look over the top there. He's going to see him. There he goes. He sees him. He takes him down as he throws a nade. Stumpy looking through the fence, takes down Steven. Green with that nade, though, getting Kitten Mittens. The Danglers are now hunting for Animal House. The last 2 members on the north and the east. Stumpy and Nintendo on the west, but now pushing up to the north. Wicked's kind of set up and just waiting for someone to come around the corner.
I mean, does he know they're gonna come? He must.
Stumpy's shooting all over the place, just trying to get shots or some picks or just scare him. He's looking for Wicked. He's looking through that fence. He can't see him. Should see him any second now. He reloads. He peeks back up and he takes him down. Last member is Box Toys.
Clear over here in lane 4 where there is a C4 sitting waiting. He's just about on top of it now.
C4 is not needed. He was literally right on top of it. Danglers take a second point. Yeah, I couldn't find the C4. I was like, I know he's close to it, but where is it? Hey, thanks for the subscriptions, guys, and we love the biddies too. Appreciate all the donations. I have not been watching chat, so I might have missed a couple, but thanks to everyone. And thanks for coming out and watching. Even if you don't donate, we appreciate the views.
Yeah, all of that goes to help improve the quality of our production later on.
Yeah, speaking of quality of production, we do have some big changes coming up, so better keep watching these casts to see when we get the new and improved branding. I hear it's mind-blowing. I have actually not seen it, but I hear it's mind-blowing.
I mean, even what we have now looks pretty good.
Yeah, I like what we have now.
But if it's mind-blowing, it's got to be really good.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the guys were talking about it like it's amazing, and I'm like, we've got a pretty decent setup right now, so I can't wait to see what they've got coming down the pipe. But we're gonna hop into round 4 on map 3.
You think this is going to be it? You think we're going to see a cap?
They're coming out and attacking the road.
Alright, I will go.
I don't know.
I think it's going to be a cap attempt at the very least.
Give him the front. Give the back.
It's definitely gonna be an attempt.
The way they're all looking at their tablets right now? Oh, yeah.
Stumpy downing mechs.
What was that?
Oh, that nade catches Stumpy on the backside. I thought it was gonna get 3. Wicked downing Willow with a nade. Steven picking up Rybo. Nade just a little far. The 4 members of Danglers up, all pushing lane 4. I mean, if they push this way, they can get pretty close. Center house can't really do a whole lot. Wicked, no, that's Steven that's far up there.
Yeah, I think Box Toys on Burning House, Green Theft Auto on Tank, I think it's going to be the most of a deterrent for this push. That grenade.
Oh, Green getting double naded. Another one coming out trying to clear out this porch here. Steven coming around the backside picking up Nintendo. Stumpy's rotated back. He knows that someone's coming. Stumpy with that quick reaction whips his gun up and takes down Steven.
Box Toys just waiting for Executioner to come around this corner.
Oh, and a trade. Man, Danglers have the quickest snapshots I have seen. Kitten Mittens, oh, he doesn't see him on the porch, and he almost made the cross. It's now up to Stumpy to take down 2 members of Animal House or go for a cap. Willow putting out a defensive smoke. Wicked shooting him in the back. Oh, the worst way to die.
Absolutely.
That is
Well,
some
you don't-
miscommunication right there.
If you don't call out that move, I mean, that's understandable.
Yeah, you see a smoke running towards objective. You take it out. All Stumpy has to do is make this slight cross right here.
Without a smoke, I don't know.
Oh,
Nope.
Wicked takes him down. Wicked making up for the team kill.
Did you see that team down right out of spawn?
I did. I did not see it on camera. I just saw the kill feed. I'm assuming Stumpy just wanted to even up the score a little.
Maybe.
Or maybe Mex said something to him they didn't like.
I just think that maybe that came back to bite him a little bit there. On the
It's quite possible.
And thank you for the biddies, Newman.
I see you trying to get that first place, Noman.
Oh, he's not trying.
199. Come on, give me a nice even number. And we are back to the northwest objective, the white car objective. The Onward gods definitely not showing favor to either team here, making them play the harder objectives.
Yeah, these definitely are the more difficult ones. Would you rather defend or attack these objectives?
I like attacking.
Really? I'd much rather defend.
I almost said lane 5. Round 5, match 3. Next, placing that C4 right there in the grass. Stumpy getting... I honestly don't think I've ever seen a defender get this far up on this objective.
No.
Especially without being shot at all.
I mean, I can understand why the offense doesn't go up lane 1, because that's just a death trap. So I think that sort of allows Stumpy to get into that position. Animal House definitely taking their sweet old time on the approach.
Definitely setting up a more defensive offense here.
Which is good with the aggression that we're seeing from the defense. I mean, Stumpy's clear up here at APC.
I wonder if Green sees him. I don't think Green's peeking over that hedge.
Stumpy rotates here just a little bit more. He's going to have a clear shot. Oh, and just like that, he rotates and turns. No?
Green doesn't even have a gun in his
There it
hand.
is.
One shot to the head. Green's down. Lipinski, though, picking Stumpy up. That's what happens if you wait and set up a slow offense. Your defenders can get way up on you. Steven pre-firing that fence.
And Steven over in lane 4. The frag that's not going to land anywhere.
How did Nintendo kill? Where is Nintendo at?
Last I saw him, he was over in lane 1, halfway up.
Ah, that makes sense. Kitten Mittens getting down by Steven. Who's now going to try and make this cross? Maybe? No, he puts his smoke back away and whips his gun back out.
Rybo trained on his location.
There should be 2 down, guys. It's a 3v3. What's up?
It's always good to see accurate kill counts. Steven knows exactly how many players are left on both sides.
Yeah, it definitely helps you make informed decisions at these high levels of play where you can assume that someone's not going to be somewhere because they're at a certain kill count. That's a pretty good smoke. It's not going to cover the north side, though.
Yeah. Blowing the wrong way.
The rest of his team getting smokes out. I can't tell if he saw it. No, Executioner downs himself with that grenade. Rybo picking up box toy. Steven getting Rybo. Doesn't know that one naded himself, so he thinks there's 2 left. And Nintendo, last man standing on the Danglers side. This friggin' tree in my way. Lipinski takes down Nintendo, and Animal House goes up 3-2.
Animal House just might ride this right into a victory on this map.
All they have to do now is defend that white car objective. However, like we just saw, defending it is not a given.
No.
Although downing yourself with a nade, not the best way to go.
We're going to see any more of this insane, aggressive defense.
Not from Animal House. I don't think so. I think they're going to hold up and get the best lines they can get and kind of just set up and wait and let Danglers come to them. Not that I think it matters how you defend against Danglers. I really don't. I don't think either defense... I don't think there's a better way to do it. You could get aggressive or you could sit and wait. But I think with the map point right here for Animal House, they're going to wait. Well, I don't know. The question is, do you let Danglers take a point and then try and cap on the next one? Because then you get a 5-point win. I mean, I guess the point spread would be the same. We're hopping into round number 6. A
Early
long...
defensive smoke.
all the way to the South Street. I don't know what it's supposed to be covering. Free fire coming out. Green in a lot of trouble here. Steven nading Stumpy. Green surviving that nade, but Executioner getting him in the back. No, Rybo getting him in the back. Another nade coming out. Executioner finishing him off. And they are pushing hard and fast right up this lane. Have to deal with box toys now at the car. A nade to deal with box toys. Way too far. Nope.
2 nades.
One good,
simultaneously.
one bad. A flash. Do flashes work on the bodies?
What do you mean? On a down body?
Yeah, if you're down and you get flash like box toys, can you still see and call out? Lipinski trying to come around the corner and get him, but there are too many Danglers here. They are crossing the street. Rybo going down to Steven, but Nintendo now looking for it. Nintendo getting Wicked, Steven getting Nintendo. Box Toys just calling out these crosses. Steven doing work. If he misses one, though, just like that, Executioner's on it and he's typing the code in.
I don't think he has time.
Oh,
Raby-
Steven gets in between the boxes, but Kit Mittens downs him. Kit Mittens was shooting right over his head, trying to get that suppression effect going because they knew that they were capping. I can't believe that he got that shot in between the Hesco barriers on objective.
That was definitely a well-played shot. And now, for our final objective, we have center house.
Yes.
I feel like this one is hard to defend, and it's hard to attack. Everything can go wrong, going both ways.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I mean, we saw a dirty nade from Killinger where he peeked through that little crack, just lobbed it up, and it went over the banister and killed 2 or 3 on objective. I mean, you can't run away from it. If it makes it up the stairs, which is a very hard throw to do, but if it makes it up there, man, you get... Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it.
I'd love to see an all-out aggressive push onto this objective.
You know, I'd kind of like to see Danglers not even like defending that objective, but just going out and spreading out and going for kills.
That could almost work too.
We don't have a round 7 because there are not enough tiles on my screen, but this is the last round of the series. Pre-fire coming out from Stumpy, not picking anything up. You've got Kit Mittens and Rivalman upstairs, Nintendo at the back door, Executioner at the carport, and Stumpy lobbing a C4 over to lane 1. And now Stumpy also upstairs.
Okay, so they are all on or around the house. In or around, sorry. And Animal House taking a fairly slow approach. That's evenly spread with one man in the back. Who is that? Look at Hex.
It looks like Steven and Lipinski are waiting and just hoping that someone comes and gets them. But, I mean, at this rate, no one's going to shoot anybody, and the time's going to run out. I mean...
Maybe they were expecting that aggressive push on defense.
I mean, it doesn't even look like Danglers are really peeking. They're just holding. Waiting for the teams to come in. A nade... Nope, smoke coming out. Okay. A frag getting caught on the side of a building. Stumpy putting his gun out the window and shooting. Trying to make sure that no one's directly underneath them.
Not sure exactly what the point of these smokes over the house are.
C4 picking up green. I think that the smokes in the front of the house are to distract them and make them think that someone's going for Volk spawn to get that elevation on this house.
Maybe.
So it keeps your top floor looking... Oh, that nade just so short. Wicked running in and lobbing in Flash, taking a couple shots himself. Lipinski getting Executioner. Nintendo taking down Steven, though. Wicked picking up Nintendo. Downstairs now, rushing the upstairs. Stumpy getting him. 3 members of Danglers still upstairs. 2 members of Animal House. And Lipinski is very trained on that Volk spawn. He does not think that all of the Danglers are hanging out in that center house.
It's a tough spot for Animal House for sure. When Lipinski tries to cross around the tank here, he's going to get taken down. Doesn't quite seem like that's what he's trying to do. Rybo is just trained right on the quarter of that fence.
Box Toys is slowly creeping up. I mean, best bet, in my opinion, is to stack both people, come in from the back, put some smokes in the building, maybe try and get a nade up the stairs. But it's a hard spot, man. And even peeking where Box Toys is about to peek, like, there could always be someone at the top of the landing right there waiting for you. Box does make it over.
Getting down to 1:30 remaining.
Looking for Stumpy now. He hears the nade. He knows that someone's right there. Oh, and he's running away. I wonder, did Stumpy just... Oh, he throws the nade. Lipinski picks him up from the front window, though. There's the nade. It makes it up. Rybo and Kitten Mittens. Bonko is rushing up, trading with Rybo. The shots come out. Danglers take the trade, though. And Danglers take the third and final map. Final score, 5-12. Animal House definitely putting up a good showing on Suburbia, which is their favorite map as far as I'm aware. But they just can't. I mean, I'd probably give it to them. That last trade, man, you know, losing on a trade when both members go down, that's rough. But that's how the Onward dice roll. And that is it for us. And I think, let me take a look, but I think Onward Master League 3 is still going on if you want to hop over there. But we are done here. This is your caster, Triple Nipple, signing off. My co-caster, Xandria. Everybody have a good rest of your weekend, whether you're Pacific and you still got a little bit of time, or East Coast and it's almost bedtime. But we're done here. Go watch Onward Master League 3.
All right, have a good night, everybody.